very good morning to all my dear students of Standard 5th. Today is your environment or your science turn. We were already doing lesson number 5. We had already started last week. Lesson number 5. What was the name of the lesson? Do you remember all? The name of the lesson was Wonderful World of Bholu. Bholu was a young boy who was living in village. First he went to the pond where he met a fish, and the fish said that it cannot come out to play with him because it cannot breathe out. So the animals he came to know about the first kind of animal, that is the aquatic animals that live in water. Then as he moved ahead, he met a squirrel. So squirrel can climb on the tree as well as it can live on the land also. So the second type of animal that he met was the animals that live on the land. They cannot live on water. They can only live on the land. They are called as the terrestrial animals. As he moved ahead, he met a tortoise. Now tortoise, Bholu was surprised to see the tortoise walking on the land. Then he asked that, don't you live in the water? He said, I can live in water also, and I can live in on the land also, because it was feeling very hot. So the tortoise wanted to go into the pond. So there are certain animals that can live on the land as well as in water both. So we call them as the amphibians. What do we call them? Amphibians. So they were the third type of animal which the Bholu met. Then he met a bird. That was the pigeon. It was flying. So Bholu was surprised to see. Again he got confused that it is on the land. It comes on the land to collect the grain, only to collect the food, and then flies away. So it was the pigeon said. What was the name of the pigeon? The name of the pigeon was Kitu. And what was the name of the tortoise? The name of the tortoise was Dagmag, because he walks very slowly. Duk 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 chalta hai dhime dhime. So उसका नाम क्या था? डकमक था. And the name of the pigeon was Kitu. So the Bholu asked Kitu that first I met fish. It said I cannot come out of the water and I cannot breathe. Then I met a squirrel which lives on the land. Then I met a tortoise which can live on both land and water. And now I met you. So can you swim or walk? Then what did the Kitu said? That I am a flying bird. I can fly, but I come on the ground just to collect the food or the grains, and then again I fly away. I make my nest on the tree, or on the hollows of the well, or in the houses or the wall, where I find the hollows things. There I make my nest. And so I am avian. I can fly. So what are the avians? The birds which can fly are called as the avians. Now next he met an elephant. Now he discussed all about what he saw and what he talked with the animals like fish, then tortoise and squirrel and bird to the elephant. What was the name given to the elephant? Elephant Dada. What did the Bholu call? Hathi Dada to the elephant. So what did the elephant say? That there are explained everything about the animal world to the Bholu, that the ones which live on land is called as the terrestrial animals, which lives in water are called aquatic animals, which flies in the sky are called as the avians, and one which live on the land as well as in water are identified as the amphibians. Now we'll start from page number 42. All of you will write today's date and classwork. So here you have to fill the color. Today's date is 1/10/2020. October month has started and the day is Thursday. So what is the question? Fill the colors. You have to fill the colors according to the animals which live on land, water, fly, or amphibians live on land and water both. Red color is for the animals living on the land. Blue color is for the animals or the birds living in the water. And third, green color is the one for the birds that can fly. And the yellow color is for the both amphibians or land and water animals, means living on land and water both. Now this is your dog, so you have to color it red because it is a terrestrial animal. This is a crow which can fly, so it is an avian, so we have colored this green. Then this is fish, it is an aquatic or lives in water, so blue color. Then again goat is a terrestrial animal, so we have put this colored is red. Now this is your horse, terrestrial animal living on land. Tortoise, yellow because it lives on land and water both. Amphibian hai. Then donkey, it is a terrestrial animal living on land. Then bird, this is a bird. Sparrow, so it is a green color. It is avian, so put a green color. Then here pigeon, again it is an avian, a bird which can fly. Frog is an amphibian living on land and water both. Cow is a terrestrial animal, land animal. Then this is a bird, peacock, green. Starfish, blue. Now here the snake is there. Snake, you can either color it on a terrestrial red also or blue also, because some snakes live in water also. Here I have colored it blue. Then this is your crocodile, which is an amphibian living on land and water both. And this is your duck, which is blue, lives in water only, swims in water. So this way you have to color the whole page number 42. Now we'll move on to page number 43. Now we'll read the story again. Bholu, elephant Dada, now I have understood very well. Elephant, dear son Bholu, in many ways diversities can be seen among the animals and plants. Bholu, yes Dada, how much variation is seen in the appearance, habitat and in all. Elephant, not only with respect to the appearance and habitat, but with respect to the importance also there in the diversity amongst us. Now the Bholu is explaining, Elephant Dada is explaining to Bholu about the diversities that were seen between the animals and the birds, and even also among the plants also. So Bholu is telling that I can see that there are many diversities can be seen among animals and plants. Not all the animals are same. They don't live in the same environment. They don't grow in the same environment. They don't eat the same food. And same with the plants also. The certain plants grow in summer season, some grow in winter season, some grow all the year around throughout the year. So there are many diversities in there, in the plants also as well as in the animals. Not only the variation is seen in the appearance of all the plants are different, appearance of all the animals are also different. No two plants, whether all the plants are green, but no two plants are same, and no two animals are also same. They have a little bit of, even if you say donkey and mule also, there's a little bit of difference between a donkey and, but then their appearance is different, then their behavior is different, their हाइट यू कैन से अपीयरेंस में टोटली उनका जो बॉडी स्ट्रक्चर होता है उसमें भी थोड़ा फर्क आ जाता है. उनकी हाइट में फर्क होता है, उनके देन द ग्रोथ हाउ दे ग्रो इट्स ऑल्सो डिफरेंट. So what is elephant saying? That it is not only the appearance and habitat, but respect to the importance in the diversity. That means in the environment, what role they play. Each and every small organism has its own role to play in the environment to keep the balance in the environment. So every animal, every bird and every plant has a different type of importance in the diversity and in the environment they play. So it is not necessary that all the animals have the same role to play. Each and every animal has its own, like we have the scavengers. What is the role of the scavengers? Scavengers eat the dead animals. So that means they are going to clean, they are called as the cleaners of the environment also. Why? Because if they were not there, then all the dead animals will remain as it is. They will decay, and then the disease will also spread, and our atmosphere and the environment will become very dirty and full of foul smell. But because of the scavengers, they clean it by eating those dead animals. So same way, each and every animal has its own importance in maintaining the diversity in the environment. Now we will discuss on page number 43 the things that are in use in our daily life. But in the children, on page number 43 we will be doing discuss name of the things useful in our daily life. मतलब कि रोज जो हम रूटीन में हम किन किन चीज़ों को यूज़ करते हैं और वो किस में से बनती हैं. From where are these things obtained, plant or animals? From where do we obtain those things, either from plants or from animals? कहाँ से हमको मिलती है, plants में से कि animals में से? जैसे चपाती या bread है, that is made out of wheat or some grains, so we get it from the plants. Fruit we get it from the plants. Wooden table, लकड़ी जो है हमको पेड़ में से मिलते हैं, plants. Wool we get from animal, so it is sheep से मिलता है, इसलिए animal product. Broom झाड़ू जो है वो हमको किस में से मिलती है, पेड़ों में से मिलती है. Leather product जैसे jackets है, purses है, belts है, वॉलेट्स है वो सब हमको किस में से मिलते हैं, एनिमल स्किन से. सो इट इज़ एन एनिमल प्रोडक्ट. कॉटन अगेन वी डिराइव फ्रॉम द प्लांट, सो इट इज़ अ प्लांट प्रोडक्ट. जूट जो है वो भी प्लांट में से मिलता है. एग्स एंड मिल्क बोथ वी गेट फ्रॉम द एनिमल्स, so it is an animal product. Now moving on to page number 44. Now after understanding all about different types of animals, their difference in the appearance, their importance in the diversity to maintain the environment, now Bholu moved ahead and had a discussion importance of plants and importance of animal. Bholu understood the importance of plants and animals. Now it's our turn to understand the importance of plants and animals. There were two friends. They have decided to go and grow neem tree in the school. They bought and planted it. One day they saw that a goat was going to eat it. Immediately both the friends made a fence around it. This is called as protection of a plant. For the growth of a plant, fertilizer, watering, plowing is done, is called as the breeding. Now what all is required for the plant to grow? First of all, what the stories is the importance of plants. How important are the plants and animals both in our life? See, directly or indirectly we all depend upon the plants and animals. Animals depends on us, we depend on the animal, we depend on the plants also for our food, shelter, so many things, medicines we get from the plants. So for many things we also depend on the plants. So this is a total complete cycle that that all of us depend on each other for our survival. Now there were two friends. It's a story about what is called as a protection. There's a story about the two friends. They wanted to plant a tree in their school, so they planted a neem tree. But one day what they saw was a goat was trying to eat that plant. So what did they do? They immediately they put a fence around that tree. That means they made the fence so that the goat or other animals cannot come and eat that plant. So this is called as a protection. That means to protect it so that nobody destroys it, and so nobody destroys it, and we can protect, or we can safely grow that plant. So this is called as a protection, where we try to see that nobody is around that plant or nobody is trying to destroy or hurt that thing. So this is called as a protection. And whatever we do for the growth of the plant, like we add fertilizer, we plant the water, we plow the soil so that it grows properly, that is called as a breeding of the plants. So for this, same way it is for the animals also, that we need to give protection to animals also, because nowadays many of the animals are being hunted in such a large number that now their numbers have become very less, or some of the animals have become extinct also. That means they are not on this earth anymore, or we cannot see those animals now anymore. So they have become extinct. So because of the hunting of the animals in such a large number. Now here, elephant, Bholu. Now you have understood the meaning of conservation and breeding. Bholu, yes, elephant Dada, now I have understood properly. Elephant, now say, what will you do for your conservation and breeding? Bholu, tell Dada, what should we do? Elephant, discuss with your friends and make a note of it yourself. Bholu, yes, bye elephant Dada. Now the elephant Dada asked Bholu that, have you understood the meaning of conservation and breeding? What is the meaning of conservation? Means conservation means protection, and breeding means to let those type of things grow more and more and grow it properly also. So the Bholu said, yes, I have understood properly. Now then the elephant Dada said that, discuss what you are going to do to conserve and for the breeding of the plants and animals. Now see, there are sanctuaries. You might have heard of the sanctuaries or the national parks which are made for the animals. What is the reason for that? The reason for these sanctuaries and national park is that they are the protected areas for the animals, where it is just like, it is formed like a jungle only, where they are free. They are in the natural environment of the in that area, but the only difference is that in the jungle they are free to roam about. This area is protected. They cannot move out of that area. It is totally protected so that other invasions cannot be done in that area. There are many animals. It's not that a particular type of animal lives in that sanctuary. There are many different types of animals live, but they are protected so that they cannot be hunted for their flesh, for their skin, or for their bones. So, or for their horns also. nobody can kill those animals for their use, so they are protected so that their number increases, which helps in increasing their number as their numbers have become less and less. As you all know that tigers, you know that Project Tiger was launched by the government to protect the tigers because their numbers have become very, very less. Only very few numbers of tigers are now seen in our country. So sanctuaries and national parks are made for this reason only, to protect the animals, but they are kept in their natural environment. It's not like that they are cages, as it is not like the zoo that they are kept in the cages. It's an open, big open area, but just surrounded by the fencing so that they cannot move out of there. So dear children, now if you see any of the animals, please don't hurt that animals, don't throw stones on the animals, and even if the small plants grow, let that at least grow one plant. If you have when you celebrate your birthday, make sure that at least you plant a sapling, one sapling on your birthday, so this way you can help contribute to the betterment of our environment. आप जब बर्थडे मनाते हैं, बहुत सारे आप पार्टी करते हैं, सब करते हैं, अपने फ्रेंड्स को गिफ्ट देते हैं, सब कुछ करते हैं, लेकिन आप उसके साथ एक पेड़ भी अगर लगाएंगे, हर बर्थडे पे अगर एक पेड़ भी लगाएंगे, तो आप एनवायरनमेंट को जो है इम्प्रूव करने के लिए, अच्छा रखने के लिए बहुत कुछ कंट्रीब्यूट करते हैं. सो डियर चिल्ड्रन, प्लीज़ डोंट हर्ट द एनिमल्स एंड एटलीस्ट प्लांट अ ट्री वंस अ ईयर. एक साल में भी एक पेड़ लगाएंगे तो भी, ऐसे हम सब एक एक करके एक साल में एक पेड़ लगाएंगे तो भी बहुत सारे पेड़ हो जाएंगे, जो कि हमारे को फ्रेश एयर देंगे, हमारी एयर क्लीन को जो है पोल्यूशन को से हमको दूर रखेंगे, और हमारा एनवायरनमेंट एकदम फ्रेश एंड हेल्दी रहेगा. सो आई होप यू हैव अंडरस्टूड दिस लेसन. नाउ हियर राइट इज देयर, व्हाट विल यू डू टू keep make our surroundings better? Plant trees near my surroundings. Put a fence around the trees so that nobody destroys the plants. So this is the conservation and breeding. Provide bird baths and fill it with water regularly. Not only animals but birds also need protection lot of time, because some of the birds like crow you can see, sparrow you can see, मैना you can see, they are hardly seen nowadays. So bird baths जो होते, जो चबूतरे होते हैं, जो जिसमें हम लोग क्या करते हैं, ग्रेन्स डालते हैं और पानी वहाँ रखते हैं जिससे कि बर्ड्स वहाँ आती है. तो ऐसा सब डेवलप करना चाहिए अपने आसपास के एरिया में. एटलीस्ट अगर आसपास के में आप वो नहीं कर सकते तो अपने घर में एक छोटा सा मिट्टी का पॉट रखिए जिसके अंदर आप पानी रखें, और साइड में एक छोटा पॉट रखिए जिसमें आप ग्रेन्स रखें, तो बर्ड्स डेफिनेटली द बर्ड्स आर गोइंग टू कम. स्प्रेड ग्रेन्स एट डिफरेंट प्लेसेस फॉर द बर्ड्स सो दैट दे कैन कम एंड ईट द ग्रेन्स. नाउ मूविंग ऑन टू पेज नंबर 45. हियर थिंक एंड से विच प्लांट्स हैव यू सोन इन द स्कूल. आप अपने स्कूल में कौन कौन से प्लांट्स है, नीम है, गुलमोहर है, पीपल एक्सेट्रा है. व्हाट इज टू बी डन टू सो द सैपलिंग्स, दिस वी विल राइट इन द वर्क बुक. विच एनिमल्स आर केप्ट इन द जू, कौन कौन से एनिमल जू में देखे आपने, लायन, टाइगर, चीता, बेयर, लेपर्ड एक्सेट्रा आर केप्ट इन द जू. नाउ हियर यू हैव टू मेक एन एक्टिविटी. आपको एक जो है कम और मेक अ पपेट विद द हेल्प ऑफ योर टीचर एंड परफॉर्म द पपेट शो. आप किसी भी एनिमल का एक पपेट आप जैसे चाहे, आप अच्छे से जो है क्लॉथ से चाहे पेपर से चाहे किसी भी तरीके से एक आप पपेट बनाएंगे. ना यहाँ पे क्या करना है, मेक अ इम्प्रेशन ऑफ लीफ ऑफ अ प्लांट ऑफ योर चॉइस. आपको लीफ इम्प्रेशन है, ये मैं आपको करके बताऊंगी. ओके डियर चिल्ड्रन, दिस यू हैव टू डू इट इन योर टेक्स्ट बुक ऑल्सो एंड ऑल्सो इन योर वर्क बुक. नाउ विल डू इन द वर्क बुक.